What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the RGR football channel. My name's Daniel Harms, and today we get to talk about the quarterback. Yes, I said it right. The quarterback that is Patrick Mahomes. It's great to have all of these insane things. I just want to let you guys know he was on one that first drive against the Jaguars in the divisional round of the playoffs, and he was going to go absolutely nuclear in this game. Really liked the effort here from Noah Gray. Just get out there, buy him some time, push 33 upfield, let Patrick get in. I did notice that the Jags seemed to be pretty content on coming inside like this and rushing, getting behind, and hitting Patrick Mahomes from behind. One of the reasons he got hurt in this game. What he did to start off the game with the offense, leading them down, making insane throws look easy. We all remember the sidearm to Juju. This one right here, he's got a guy draped all over him. All the things that he does every single week. We all sometimes can take it for granted. But this week, after he got hurt, things had to change. Mahomes had to stop being the excellent, exciting player that he is, best overall player in football, and he had to be the quarterback that most people forget. They don't really see the things that he does pre-snap that translate to post-snap, that allow him to do the things that he does better than anybody in the NFL. So this film room is going to be strictly talking about how Patrick changed things pre-snap and allowed things to succeed post-snap. Setting up protections, getting things called outright. This was huge for Patrick Mahomes to be able to lead the game-winning touchdown drive, even getting them into field goal range. All of this pre-snap talk. Now, you're not going to be able to hear it because I barely could hear it on the broadcast. I had to go back and churn through everything. But we're going to watch as Patrick Mahomes gets everything lined up. You're going to want to pay attention to Jerick McKinnon. We obviously have a motion man here from Tony. And this is one of those plays, watch. It's going to be an incompletion. There's the great pickup from Jerick McKinnon. Mahomes has time. The offensive line played really well in the second half because Mahomes needed it. So what's he saying? Pre-snap, Mahomes calls out right 23 white. All right, white 23 or right 23 white, excuse me. What's he saying? So he's telling the offensive line that they're going to slide right, and this one happens to be a four-man slide from Joe Thuney all the way to Andrew Wiley. They're going to put Orlando Brown on an island here, and what he means by 23 white, 23 white's right here. He's coming. He's going to blitz. So what this does is this is more of a show different look, drop guys out, and simulate pressure. All right, the Chiefs are running a couple routes here on the outside. You've got MVS running more of a curl. Then you have Juju Smith-Schuster taking a glance route. Travis Kelce's going to run the same, but more of an over. And Tony, when he gets out here, he's going to run a curl route as well. This is just to try to bring some guys down and hit them behind with, I think Juju Smith-Schuster was actually open on this play. But everything pre-snap, Patrick Mahomes lights him up. Right, 23 white. This guy's going to come out, dropping out both of these guys on the right-hand side. They pick up the blitz beautifully, and unfortunately, Mahomes, in my opinion, he felt still trying to adapt to the second half adjustments. But here's a better look of what they do. So they're going to mug up 33 a little bit here. Look like he's going to blitz. They're going to drop Trayvon Walker here on the outside, and they're going to drop 33, and then they're going to bring 23 down here, all right? This is a really nice job. You're going to see the offensive line shift. Boom, there's that shift. One-on-one with Josh Allen right here and Orlando Brown. Jerick McKinnon comes over, replaces. So you got a four-man slide to the right, all because Patrick Mahomes called it out. They pick it up beautifully. He's got time, all right? Again, he got a little hesitant. I think he was just worried about getting hit. If you go back here, I do think Juju Smith-Schuster was open. Right here, if he gets it, maybe just throw it instead. But he was feeling a little bit uncomfortable. So ends up checking it down to Kadarius Toney, incomplete. But again, pre-snap. Jags are dropping number 41 and number 33 into coverage. They're going to bring 23, and they get it all picked up beautifully. He throws it away. They ended up punting 2 plays later. The next play, this is a 2nd and 7. Right before the snap, he's going to repeat Roger over and over again. He says it a bunch. They're going to full slide to the right and pick up that blitz. He's going to check it down to Isaiah Pacheco. But right here, it looks like they had a couple different things they wanted to do on offense. The Jags, to me, it looks like they're in a cover 3 blitz look, but you get a little confusing with a couple of the defensive linemen dropping out. It gets a little interesting. But on the right-hand side of the formation, they're going to have these crossing type path routes here. Juju's going to run a slant. So you have out and up almost essentially. And then on the opposite side of the field with your 2 tight ends, you're going to have essentially like a hook, a couple of hook players. But you also have Isaiah Pacheco flattened out here. But this is all about Patrick Mahomes pre-snap. He reads what is going to happen, and then he brings it, okay? They pick it up in the middle there. They have this man who gets unblocked, but look at the blitz up the middle. It gets mugged up. No one can go anywhere. And then, he checks it down to Isaiah Pacheco, who's unable to get that first down, and then they do punt after they're unable to get the 3rd and short there. But like I said, they're dropping some guys into coverage here, into some passing lanes. It's hard to really see with this deep safety. Like I said, it looks to me like they're playing cover 3, but they're going to blitz. Obviously, number 33 is coming in, and it was hard for me to figure out exactly what defense they were playing. But yeah, ball comes out. It's good. I think you had a first down to Noah Gray here, so maybe a little bit more adjustment. He sees the open space with Pacheco, which I understand. But again, this is a really nice play call. Roger. He's made everyone shift full slide to the right. They had that blitz picked up on the interior of the offensive line. Just a really great job all around from Patrick Mahomes out of 12 personnel, being able to execute this full slide. And when you see 95 kind of figuring out whether he wants to come into coverage or whether he wants to come after Patrick, it was a really nice job of seeing that blitz coming from 23 and 33, trying to get more of a cross dog blitz in the middle there, and then checking it down, knowing that there could be pressure coming at any time. What Patrick did in this game should not go unnoticed. Playing quarterback, lining up these protections, and getting everything done pre and post snap is really impressive, okay? They're going to see a lot of changing dynamics in the Cincinnati game on Sunday. If you guys didn't check out the video I did on the 3rd down situations in the first game, please go check it out now. There's a lot of different moving parts on offense for the Chiefs, on defense for the Bengals, a lot of what we could see in this rematch in the AFC Championship game. So this is the third player we're going to talk about. And this one is another cover 3 shell from the Jaguars. And they're going to just absolutely hit a big play over the middle of the field to Noah Gray. And you want to know why? Because here we go with another cover 3 blitz. Pre-snap, Mahomes is going to say right, 33 white. You have a 4-man slide to the right. A little bit, you're going to see Joe Thuney kind of take that step to the right, but then he's going to level off just a little bit. Again, there's that cover 3 shell, is what it looks like to me. And they're going to blitz out of it. So it was really nice to see how Mahomes was able to separate all of this out of 13 personnel. They do a really nice job of taking everything up, bringing that blitz, and then they just execute. Boom, right here. Excuse me, it wasn't a blitz. I apologize. That's my fault. It was a 3-man rush. They were dropping everyone into coverage. I wrote down the wrong thing on my sheet of paper. So it was a cover 3 shell, and they dropped everybody into coverage, much like the Cincinnati Bengals did. But here, you're going to see the attention underneath, all right? You've got a lot of guys right here because, well, Patrick can't get the ball downfield, right? He's going to try and get the ball out quick. We're going to hope we can simulate some pressure up front and get a one-on-one situation, and then Patrick will have to either throw the ball away quickly or dump it off somewhere. Instead, we get Noah Gray on this over route down the middle of the field, and because they were able to separate everything, he called out what was going to happen with that 4-man slide. It ends up only being a cover 3 shell with only rushing 3. Again, you don't really know what's going to happen, but really nice job from the Chiefs offense here, specifically not getting too carried away with what they were going to do on the offensive line and able to pick everybody up. So Patrick, once again, trying to call protections. You see the drop in coverage, but this is really what they wanted to do. This was all about attacking down the field with that 3-man pressure. Look, yeah, the guys underneath are there, but this was all about this 2-man route. You trade off here with, I believe this is number 2, trying to get Noah Gray and trade him off, but there's no one in the middle of the field. So a really nice job up front. Everyone, there's Orlando Brown taking somebody to the ground with Joe Thuney. Again, just excellent job quarterbacking, staying in the pocket. That's what this play is about. This is about Patrick Mahomes being a quarterback, staying in that pocket, offensive line playing well out of 13 personnel, and just giving him time. Not getting too crazy. You see, this is what I like about how Orlando Brown played. He's going to come over here. He's going to knock over a blocker, or excuse me, a defensive end right there. Boom. Sit down, give Patrick time, execute, and exploit the space you're given. They really did a nice job in this game exploiting what the Jaguars were in the middle of the field, which is inexperienced and not very good in coverage. The tight ends had a nice day. We know Travis Kelce, Noah Gray had that big play right there, but they were able to attack in the middle of the field whenever they wanted to. This one was unfortunately inaudible. I couldn't hear what Patrick was saying. I do know that he was saying something, but Chris Collinsworth was talking way too much, and I couldn't hear what Patrick was saying. But he did check into something with this offensive line to get this play out here to Travis Kelce. Again, does a really nice job of getting open, creating separation in the middle of the field like he does against everybody. And that's what they want to do. They want to get Travis on this play, who's going to run more of a little outward and in kind of route. It's just shaking loose against this coverage right here. On the outside, you have MVS is going to run deep down the field, kind of take it to the sideline. Right here, you're going to have a little of a hesitation to the outside, and you're going to see the stem from Juju Smith-Schuster be outside, and he's going to come over the middle of the field. Noah Gray is going to do the same thing from the opposite side. But here, this is a three-man slide to the right, so you have from center to the tackle is going to slide to the right, and Jerick McKinnon is going to come back and block the other way. That's what they really do best, is really lining up these protections. And you see he's just sifting. He's going to see where that blitzer is coming from, and it's coming right there. Picks him up. He gives him time. There was enough time everywhere, but obviously Patrick wasn't healthy enough to move up and outside the pocket to the right. This is another one of those cover 3 blitzes here. They are going to have that cover 3 shell, and they're going to send number 2 and number 33. They're both blitzing, and again, there's that. You're going to see the shift to the right-hand side to pick up the blitz, and then Jerick's going to come up here, and he's going to sift, see who's going to be the free man, because he knows it's not going to be from the left side. So they knew the blitz was coming from the right. It's an overload blitz on that right-hand side. Really nice job of Patrick calling it out, and then stepping up and seeing that Travis Kelce was wide open on a second and long situation. Excellent job up front, giving him time. I really think that what the offensive line did in this game was, I won't say exceptional, because there were some times where Patrick got pressured a little bit. Some guys got beat one-on-one. It was one of their better efforts in understanding that Patrick needed to set everything up pre-snap so he could operate post-snap. He's still moving. He's still getting it out. I expect him to be relatively a little bit more healthy than he was in this game, which can be really useful, especially for setting up those protections against the Bengals defensive front and linebackers that are going to change some things up and blitz him heavily in this rematch against in the AFC Championship game. And here's the last play we're going to talk about. This was everything. They're going to bring 5 men up front. The Jaguars are. They're going to rush 5, so it's man on man. Empty protections, okay? Jerick McKinnon is not going to be blocking this time. So Patrick has to say, look, these are your empty protections. Don't get beat inside. Get beat outside. Let me step up. I have to be able to step up on this play. And we all know what happens. Watch MVS in the slot here on the right-hand side. He's going to do a nice little outside hesitation. Release inside. Get that touchdown. Patrick, we know, steps up, all right? Rip Liz, right side's got him, okay? That's what he says prior to this snap. He says, Rip Liz, right side's got him. Right side's got him. So right here, they do a 3-man slide to the right. You see, obviously, 5 men on 5 men. Everyone bottle up your guys, but here's that slide. Because this allows Patrick now to step up in the pocket a little bit. If it's just everyone coming back for themselves, look at this. This is right here. With that little 3-man slide from the center to the right tackle, this allows Patrick to step up. That's why this slide is huge. There's nobody in the middle of the field. We understand with Jerick McKinnon coming out here to the flat with the defender following him, it's man coverage. You have a safety in the middle of the field who's going to be bracketing Travis Kelce. Essential to the success of the play as well, because Travis is going to be running just kind of like trying to get open over here in the middle. He's got man coverage and a bracket right here. So he's on Travis Kelce, all right? And Juju Smith-Schuster is just going to run out here to the end zone and kind of curl around. You're going to have Noah Gray out here, who's on, by the way, as a wide receiver. This is 12 personnel. They're using Noah Gray on the boundary a little bit. I like to see that myself. And we know we got the outside stem from MVS. Really nice job of manipulating that corner there. And then it's all over from there. Like, this is a really nice job, again, of setting everything up pre-snap to have success post-snap with that man coverage look. They're going to rush 5. They have man behind it. Like I said, they bracket Kelce, and that motion brings the defender over. Really nice job setting up the slide from Patrick Mahomes to get the open middle of the field so he can step up in the pocket. Just don't get beat inside, okay? Remember again. Rush 5, rip Liz. Right side's got him. That's what he said prior to the snap, and that's what they did. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's perfect pocket presence from Patrick to step up, knowing that he's probably going to get hit coming in, but he saves everything with the game-winning touchdown throw to MVS. This is exactly the kind of thing that most people don't remember. They don't remember things that he said prior to the snap, okay? We all know him. We hear him saying, you know, rip Liz. We hear him saying a bunch of other stuff, but he's setting up protections like right here on this play to Travis Kelce. He set that protection up for Jerick McKinnon to come in there and pick up a blitzer. He sets up that three-man slide to the right in the end zone for a touchdown to MVS. He's a quarterback, everybody. I know that Dan Orlovsky has said that Joe Burrow is a better pure quarterback right now than Patrick Mahomes, and I can understand from a perspective. He's got more on his plate. Joe Burrow can change the entire formation, audibling whenever he wants to, and he's given that freedom. Patrick Mahomes knows everything that Joe Burrow does, okay? They're very, very smart players. I understand what Dan Orlovsky is trying to say. But let's just remember, watching this film room, that Patrick Mahomes was the reason for the success that he had in the second half on a bum ankle, because he set up the protections. He got everyone in the right spot, and they executed. The offensive line picked up their game. I hope you guys enjoyed this little inside look into what Patrick Mahomes did to set up multiple opportunities for them. He did look a little uncomfortable to start the second half. You saw that with the way he moved and some of the balls that he threw, but he settled in, driving to score a field goal, driving here to win the football game. This is essential, okay? What he can do should not be undermined by saying he's just a really, really good player, an incredible athlete. He's also a quarterback. Let's not forget the things that he does pre and post snap. He does audible. He does change things. He can play from the pocket, and he can play from outside. He may be better scrambling around and stuff, but this is where he does. This is where he's made it so much better the last 2 seasons. He's gotten better from the pocket and operating an offensive line, setting up protections, reading a defense. And that's the key. He's been reading defenses much better, specifically this year. So I hope you guys, again, enjoyed this film room. Make sure you hit that like, the bell, sub to the channel if you're not already. We appreciate all the subs and the fans. You guys are the best. Make sure to tune in, and everything that we had this week leading up to the AFC Championship game. It's going to be a fun one. Don't forget the game plan on Friday. You guys have a fantastic day.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.